I've recently become a target of the Canary Mission. For those of you who don't know, the Canary Mission is this horrific pro-genocide organization, and they've been going since far before October 7th. And they accuse anyone who says this is a genocide, anyone who says you can't just bomb babies and it's fine. They go after them and say they're anti-Semitic. They took a clip of me and Katie Halper. I was on Katie Halper's show recently. Many of you know, both Katie and I are Jewish. We are Jewish folks. Here's what Canary Mission said about the clip. Watch quote-unquote journalist Katie Halper and quote-unquote comedian Lee Camp normalize Jew hatred in America, claiming Ben Shapiro is, quote, looking more and more like Hitler and other anti-Semitic quote-unquote jokes. I put up a video mocking Ben Shapiro. People pointed out he's looking more and more like Hitler. Have you noticed that?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
There's something creepy going on there. I mean,
something even creepier than what's already going on. Yeah.
Maybe beliefs start to manifest themselves in your face or something. Then they created they created some weird thumbnail. I don't know. People were saying this. I actually didn't say this. I did a clip on Unredacted Tonight of Ben Shapiro. I didn't say anything about Hitler, but a lot of people in the comments were saying he's looking more and more like Hitler because his mustache is thicker in the middle for some odd reason. And anyway, why are we discussing Ben Shapiro? We're discussing him because he endorses genocide. He acts like this is all fine and great. And it really is the most repulsive kind of thing. Absolutely disgusting human being with no moral core. So that's why we're making fun of him. And I mentioned that many people have said he's looking like Hitler. Canary Mission calls this an anti-Semitic joke, but they do not want to tell anyone that Katie and I are Jewish because that would ruin their little bullshit. So instead, they pretend that this is just, anti-Semites being anti-Semites. Totally laughable, totally repulsive, and they intentionally mislead people in order to try and, harm us, try and get people to go after me and Katie. The other thing, in a larger sense, that the Canary Mission does is they actually increase anti-Semitism. The Canary Mission, much like AIPAC, much like so many of the Israel lobby, works very hard to conflate Judaism with Israel, which causes people who are kind of uninformed to conflate everything Israel does with everything the Jews do. These are two different things. There are many anti-Zionist Jews. There are many Jews who are actively and in a vehement way opposed to genocide in Gaza. But of course, if you conflate the two, if you think they are one and the same, then you cannot understand that. And so Israel's worked very hard to get people to conflate the two. The Canary Mission works hard to get people to conflate the two. AIPAC works hard to get people to conflate the two. They want to they want you to not understand that there's a difference there because they want you to think that any criticism of Israel is a criticism of all Jews. But furthermore, as I've said many times, but not in connection with Canary Mission, by diluting anti-Semitism, by pretending that anti-Semitism is any criticism of Ben Shapiro, any criticism of genocide in Gaza, any criticism of Israel in general, an apartheid, the theocratic, anti-democratic regime, any criticism of all of that, if you make people think that criticism of that is anti-Semitism, which is not, then the real word anti-Semitism stops having any meaning, right? It's just everything. Any criticism of Israel is anti-Semitic. So Canary Mission makes anti-Semitism much worse because now saying something's anti-Semitic doesn't mean anything because they've gutted the term. They've made it meaningless. And I just want to make it quite clear that Canary Mission actually does the opposite of either what they think they're doing, or what their aim is doing. They are morally repulsive human beings who can witness a genocide and not just say nothing, but try and harm those who actually stand up against it. Just remarkably repulsive. Anyway, okay, so I'm proud to say I've gotten to the point that I'm being attacked by these absolute trolls.